as a dancer because I was never able to be multi, able to be verbal with my peers. I felt like dancing was better for me, and everybody needs a place to be able to project themselves.
What would you tell to a kid, 14, 16 years old, that feels that drive to dance, but the environment is not helping?
I have two kids. I have two kids. My daughter is 16 this year, and my son is going to turn 10. And like my kids, I need them to know that daddy working hard. And I don't want them to ever give up. I want to be able to give them something, and that's why I created the company.
Shakir, you are one of the lead dancers with Machel Montano, the monk. How is working with him on the stage? Welcome, colleagues, back to Ping Pong Chats. Today we have someone very special with us. This is a series about development, about talking with people that are shaping the present of the future of Trinidad and Tobago. And I think Shakir has a really beautiful story to share with us. Can you tell us, Shakir, a little bit who you are?
My name is Shakir Griffith, better known as Turbo Zero Limits. I currently run Zero Limits Dance Agency, which is an entertainment agency of all genres. Currently run a dance school in Cascade, where I have over 12 young ladies who I compete internationally. I'm also the hip hop coach for St. Joseph Convent. Currently finishing my degree at UTT, my bachelor's in performing arts. And I am one of the lead and managed captains for Machel Montano dance team. And I've been with Machel Montano for 16 years. I've been dancing for 18 years, so you see that drop there. I actually didn't start dancing to soca. I actually started dancing to dancehall music. And that would have been when the era of frog back and stuff. And I was the hype. RDX music came out and they had Jikin. And soca was always there. We just didn't realize that it's our culture and we needed to understand it more.
In our veins.
It's always for real, yeah? And what I actually am doing currently is my methodology is the choreographic way that I teach. So my elements are all styles. I can reach out to contemporary, I can reach out to jazz, I can reach out to folk, I can reach out to Afrobeats to create a formula for a performance. So if you remember Like a Boss, Machel Montano, I just do it like her. The first move that's basically shouting at you is a nene, and that's a hip hop move, right? But it fits so well. And it was actually like a salute. It was a salute, and we just went with the whole flow nene, and everybody knows it already. So that's how we got people to dance to the music. But crazy thing about it is that routine was actually for Girl, you are the remedy. And we never use remedy and just chop, chop, chop. And it was now the new Like a Boss routine.
Why dancing?
I grew up in the church. I sang in the choir. I've been singing. I sang with Lydian singers. When I was in junior sec, I was introduced to Dr. Pat Bishop, who saw my talent. I was very miserable, of course. And she used to always say, come and sit next to me. Right? And I learned how to say opera. I learned a different language. It was something that as a young black boy growing up in the hood, like I was actually around people who, they were just like, wait, it's like I go into a junior sec and then I'm introduced to a place of people of stature. Like Dr. Pat Bishop was the big name.
Shakir, was that easy for you to see that? I mean, dancing is my path.
I have this energy, like I feel, well, I want to do something, I'm doing it, whether you like it. My mom was like, okay, you know, but she's a singer as well, too, and she likes that. So it wasn't a big deal for her, you know. My dad, however, was like, I don't want my son doing that. So I ended up in the military, ended up in the police service. I had run a phone business. I been teaching. I taught physical education at Christus Rex, which is Richmond Street Boys. So it's now Christus Rex.
What would you tell to a kid, let's say 14, 16 years old, that feels that drive to dance, but the environment is not helping?
Honestly, the youth modern youth, sorry, I don't think they're doubting. Or like they have the platforms, like they have the TikTok, so they're more confident to do stuff like that. Okay. Actually go on to it. But the ones who actually like they have no confidence, those are people like I really boost. Like I want to make sure I'm boosting. I want just like It's okay. Come and try it. Okay, you're not feeling to try it. Somebody comes to class. Well, what you want to do? Well, you command the class. You teach the class. Or you do warm-ups. So you get them accustomed to talking to their peers. You get them accustomed to seeing themselves. Record yourself. Watch yourself dance. You know? How you feel? You know? Like you have to be able to, the same way you like an artist like Rihanna or Beyonce, you have to be able to see yourself if you want to be on that level. Before you think they went through their own thing.
So your advice is try. Give it a try.
Just give it a try. But don't just put your toe in, just jump and see how far. You know, it's like it'll take you. And I felt like that was me.
Shakir, what's carnival for you? What does it mean? As a foreigner, it's very hard.
Have you been?
Yeah, this is gonna be my third carnival.
Is it true?
The third. Last year I played Mass, Juve, Fets.
Oh, that was real. So that's like question for you, actually.
It's an experience that I cannot explain with words because I heard about Trinidad and Tobago's carnival many times. I've been in Caribbean for 10 years, so to be honest, I want that feeling throughout the year.
You can't have that feeling throughout the year. You have to if you want something, you have to like literally have it around you. Like you walk into the office, your little speaker there, you there, and you're so cool. That's how you feel. You decide you want to go try and visit different carnivals around the world and see, because there's carnivals that run throughout the year. But sometimes it's expensive for most people to actually try to enjoy themselves like that. And for that moment in carnival, especially for me, my time is booked. I am busy. I'm always on the go. We have rehearsals sometimes Monday to Saturday or Monday to Friday. We have a sound check probably Saturday morning. Show is the Saturday night. We have a next show in the morning. Then I have school.
So for you, carnival is work?
Yes, it's work, but it's love. It's not just work. It wasn't making money at the point in time when I started. It was love. I just like dancing. And I realized how people were being happy. People was like, "Why you can real dance?" And that is how I got my name to a guy reference. I say, you're just dancing this guy, like you just break dance and whatnot. And I think that motivated me when I saw dancers on screen. Not just the Michael Jackson, because you thought like, hey, he's a big name. But then I actually saw another black guy and in movies. I'm like, and the acting and the dancing.
Shakir, you are one of the lead dancers with Machel Montano, the monk. I had the opportunity to meet Machel. Someone I admire, not only because of his talent and his music, but his commitment to the country as well. I mean, he's been working with us in Siparia, fantastic. How is working with him on the stage?
I have, as I said, I've been there. I've seen it all. I've heard it all. And one thing
16 years with him, right?
Yeah. But one thing I could tell you for sure, he's going to push you. He's going to push you to be your best. And if you don't understand it by the third year, then you're doing something wrong. If you keep on, like, we bring something to the table, don't just have one. Have two options, have three options. I always tell people, so even when I teach as well too, I have options. Okay, cool. I want to try this set of music. Let's see how they feel. I go into a class and I have to feel the class. I can't just go and prepare something and carry it for them. I'll just see how they feel. So with music now, with Machel, I listen to music in the class and I'm like, try it on the others and see how it fits. I'm like, oh, I don't like that. I have to feel it on how the audience will feel it on. If I show somebody video, hey, what do you think about this? And you watch it, and I see your face light up and I'm like, cool. And I go try to somebody else and shut up and I get that same reaction. And I don't worry about how I feel anymore. I know how you all feel based off of what I just presented. And that's what we look for. And that's what he has taught us, to always know what you want and to just stay at one level, everybody going up. And if he's going up, don't stay down here. You have to try to find your path. Even though you may not have the finance to do what he's doing right now, you still have the knowledge.
Yeah.
You have ways of going about it. And I felt that kind of pushed me to just continue school. So when I started school, I didn't realize Machel was started school. So we started school at the same time. So he would have finished his master's in year 2. And I'm finishing this year. So that's basically, that's how his energy motivates. And if you get left behind because you're not paying attention. And that's just how it is. You have to want it more than you got it for you. You have to be able to bring ideas. And
that's what good leaders and inspiring role models do. If you could change one thing in this country, you have the magic wand, what would that be?
It's just all about like trusting each other, and we could be happy that way. Like if we could trust each other, that's it. It's really hard, but sometimes trusting somebody else and having a team that could push and have the same vision, that makes it work. Because I have visited all the areas. I don't go because he's here again. So I'm not gonna, hey, good day, how you going? I'll see a cleaner or garbage one. I was like, hey, how you going? You understand? Because at the end of the day, it's respect. You go into a place, you have the respect overall, and it just feels natural, it feels good. Even if they don't respond, you just know that you said it, and at some point they're gonna remember, hey, and they're gonna say good evening to somebody else who passing them. So it just carries.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I hear you. You say trust. I like the word connection.
Connection.
We are part of the same story somehow. Maybe you are here or there. I'm going to ask a difficult question. Something I out of my job when I like to do is I study happiness. Question: who is the happiest person you know, Shakir?
Who? Myself.
Yourself.
Yeah, myself. I've tried to make people happy. I'm like, I try to make people's dreams come true. Like, okay, hey, our class, come and take a free class and come and dance. Serious? And like, you see the light out. And I realize if I'm not happy with myself, I can't make anybody else happy. So I have to be the happiest man. I have to be positive in here and here. So you know that if this could connect, I could give it to somebody. Sometimes I may not have, I'm like, oh, hey, I get a favor and I'll pay back. Oh, just to help out, I just like helping people. And that was just, I like dancing plenty. Like it'll just light up my face. I'll just be like a little child, like it just there. Music does just make me feel good. So when I go on a stage, I'm like, oh my gosh, like you just want to maybe crowd feel the energy and whatnot. I'm like, oh my gosh, for the real dance. I was like, but you felt something. You felt my presence, you felt the energy. Hey, I saw you on stage earlier. It made you feel that type of way. I'm like, I like that. So if I'm not happy and when I'm sad, like,
what do you do when you have a down day?
No, I have to close up. I listen to like rain music and stuff. I listen to like I like slows. I like the softer music. So in my energy, I like softer music. It can't just go up, go on a high. It can't go on a high all the time. And this year, honestly, I felt my energy change. Or I would have responded to negativity. I was like, and this is like, oh, okay, good. It happens. Things happen. I was like, that's how people are. I can't change you. I guess I still want to make you feel that type of way. I want to make you angry. Even if you're angry, I'll call you. I was like, hey, I apologize. And then you make it clear. Hey, I want to talk to you about something to make me feel that good. And if you could do that with somebody, you get that response. You get ways where I appreciate you reaching out.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people just have a grudge and go past each other straight and they can just create. So once you create happiness, then
it's contagious.
It's contagious.
It's contagious.
Yes.
It's contagious. You know, we work with crime and prevention, and I was having a conversation with inmates in prisons. And I was asking, what's the best way to make sure that after they serve their sentence, they can go back to their communities? And the answer I got from some of them is, give me a responsibility.
When you have to understand what crime is, especially when it's life threatening, they in control of your life. They're taking away something from you that you know you want. But if you could give them something that they could be in control of, that is theirs.
You told us that you are studying, you are dancing, you are working, but you are studying and you have a purpose for that. Why are you studying what you are studying?
I have two kids. My daughter is 16 this year, and my son is going to turn 10. And I always had this thing, I hated school. And I realized I needed it. Here's why. Business is important.
Okay.
And because I've had so many other jobs I wanted. And what I tried to let people know is that I started trying to formulate it in a way that you could understand what I'm trying to say. Like my kids, I need them to know that daddy working hard. And I don't want them to ever give up. I want to be able to give them something. And that's why I created the company. I'm a dancer, but that doesn't define who I am as a person on the outside. So people say, oh, I was afraid to come and talk to you because you know you're not big. I'm like, yo, what? That's crazy. You could come and say hello, you know, or I'm gonna bite. If you come negative, then I'll be like, hey, humbly, respectfully, you know, just remove yourself. But a whole lot of grudge is gonna have that effects, and I have to make sure that me studying, I understand how to move on from things and how to build things. So there's something called EBS, Entertainment in Business. That was interesting because that showed us what we were missing out on. There's so much things like culture, like cultural grants, the Prime Minister grants and whatnot, that a lot of young dancers don't know. How to start a business from early, how to come up with ideas. But there's so much layers. Like even when you think about production, you can't go to a theater and expect a show to happen. There's rehearsals, there's strike, there's the audio, there's visuals, there's people coming and run tech. Like they have all these things happening. And I always tell my kids, like, I want to make sure that when I do something, I feel like I can provide properly. I don't want to be just a dancer. I want to be a dance artist. I want to be an artist. So you see me on stage, I'm not a backup dancer. I'm an artist. I'm a dance artist. Production. We are doing a production. So you don't see like a ballerina or whatnot. And for instance, Greatest Showman. Right? They're not backup dancers. He's singing. They are all part of the cast. So that's why it's Marshall and the Monk. Those are my dancers.
Yeah.
And I always tell people, as young dancers, respect yourself. If you drop the ball, then you're gonna be treated like that, right? You're not gonna gain respect. So every time you push yourself out there, put yourself with respect. Create a label, create a bio, create a resume, and start producing work that people can see. You want to create work that people will like, but also what you feel. That's why we are creators.
I connect.
Yeah, so that's why I decided I had to provide that I want to be able to continue something.
For you, for your family, your kids, but also for the new dancers.
And for new dancers, I'll be able to at least educate of things I didn't know. I was just dancing, I was teaching up. I had some good quality work, but I didn't know there was so much.
So you want them to know things that you would have liked to know back then.
So now, when you come to a class, you don't just pay for, I'm going to do a dance class. I'm going to ask you questions. I'm going to ask you questions about why you like dance. Like, what is dance? What's the benefits of that? Those are questions that we have in exams. Those are things that you should know. Why you feel that? What's this movement called? What is locomotive? What is locomotive? You movements, you moving. It's just educating myself in order to be able to teach you right things, and not just dance.
Folks, thank you so much for watching Ping Pong Talks, but let me ask you one thing, something free that is gonna make a big difference for us. Please like, comment, share and subscribe. That will help us to do more of this.